Dion win.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Maybe welcome for the very first time. In today's video, we will be looking into the film Bad Luck Banging or Loony Porn from director Radu Jude. This was the Golden Bear winner at the Berlinale 2021, and the judges said this was the best of the fest. And the name Radu Jude has come across my desk a few times, but I've never actually explored his cinema. But I've heard he's a very interesting non-conformist that likes to just get his own way, and that's the kind of directors I like. And after watching this film and now understanding why the judges gave it the Best Picture award, there's plenty to discuss, so let's get going. The film is broken into 3 chapters as we follow the story of Emmy, who is a school teacher as she finds her career and reputation under threat after a personal sex tape is leaked on the internet. Forced to meet the parents demanding her dismissal, Emmy refuses to surrender to their pressure. Right, this is an absolute harrowing, non-conformist dark comedy that I absolutely love. And it's a very interesting kind of satire that explores humanity now. And I think within the confines of COVID-19, which this film was filmed during, it really just shows you the parallels and the dynamics that have kind of expanded and maybe become a bit more obvious to people, especially when we talk about the far right, talk about conspiracy theories, political unrest. It's all kind of meshed into this film. But what Radu Jude does from the very beginning of this film is he just shows the sex tape in question being made, and it's utterly uncensored. And in many ways, he's just trying to tell you the normalities of sex is something not to be ashamed of. But also, revenge porn is a thing, and it really is something that takes the worst out of society because we become judgmental, and this judgmental kind of idealism breaks careers and breaks foundations of existence. And in many ways, Emmy is teaching the future. She's a school teacher, and this kind of sex tape is basically what is going to define her. But in many ways, she kind of goes against this kind of wave and pushes through to kind of fight her own battles. Once we kind of go out of the boudoir, as we would say, we follow Emmy in the streets doing some grocery shopping around Bucharest, and you just see this observational type of cinema. It's very guerrilla within its consensus because Jude just observes people, and it allows you to look how people react to various things, and you hear very interesting conversations in the pharmacy and just from people around you, and especially the way that she reacts on the phone when she hears that this sex tape leaks onto the internet. This kind of panic is inducing. But what really kind of breaks into the second chapter is this kind of delving into history and how history is kind of repeating itself within some kind of socio-political ideas. And especially within Romanian history, I think Jude just looks at how the average Joe is within his country, and I found that to be quite harrowing because the far right is something that is pushing itself. It's pushing itself even further within kind of national news, within kind of culture itself, and I think that's kind of a horrible thing. But what Jude uses is he looks at art, he looks at oral history, he looks at anything that is scientific. It's an amalgamation of a hypothetical essay that just looks at history and how history kind of is ensuing it. But once we go from this, we go to the third act, and this is the kangaroo court scene where there is no law in anything that is happening, but Emmy is on trial by the parents. And Jude uses all these kind of like umbrella terms and socio-political stances in the characters that are judging her. The men want to see the sex tape. Other men follow the letter of the law and are very traditional Romanians. Some are very liberal and want to keep her in a position because it's not really her fault. She was just doing something that was natural. And I really enjoyed this kind of like backwards and forwards of a discussion because we're just going through a plethora of characters that we've not really met, but they are so well fleshed out and the narrative really builds a momentum because of it. But what is so striking is the way that Emmy can like holds herself. And as she sits in front of all her students' parents, she is just saying that she should not lose her job for doing this. And I found this to be quite a harrowing way to explore it, but at the same time, it's very witty and there's so much slapstick and humor within the narrative. And even though this film is in Romanian, the comedy really transgresses over. And in many ways, Jude is just looking at us and just telling us this is what we are right now. And there are ways out of this type of hypocrisy and toxicity that exists within our societal gains. And I found that to be absolutely fascinating. And in many ways, I understand why he won the Golden Bear, because this was shot during the pandemic. It shows various elements of what made the pandemic so horrible for people, and just seeing the way that political unrest has happened and the types of ideologies that shouldn't really exist in this century are still in fruition. And it's very eye-opening in many ways, but I think it's going to stand kind of like that test of time, because it's a very intricate portrayal of COVID-19 and what we as a human race have gone through. And in many ways, that is an ultimate compliment to Radu Jude and his filmmaking. I would highly encourage you to watch this film once it comes out in various territories. If you are interested in finding when you can watch this film, drop me a message in the comment section below and I will do my best to let you know when it is available in wherever you are in the world. So I hope you enjoyed my review. If you have seen any Radu Jude films and you want to recommend any to me, please let me know in the comment section below of any that you think I should watch. And thank you very much for watching this video. There'll be more videos coming out over the next week or two and going forward, of course. Thank you very much to my new subscribers, old subscribers. Keep sharing the love and I hope you're all doing well. And as we normally say on this channel, Diolch, danke, obrigado, merci beaucoup, arigato, dankeschön, bitteschön, all the shuns. And obviously, never change. See you later. Bye.